Reports emerging from Baghdad have shed light on an apparent failure in Israel's attempt to strike targets in Iran, indicating a significant development in the ongoing tensions between the two nations. Early this morning, amidst heightened geopolitical tensions, Iraqi Popular Mobilization Forces discovered remnants of what appears to be an Israeli missile booster in the outskirts of Baghdad, carrying a ballistic missile. The discovery of the missile components, believed to be part of the infamous Israeli Blue Sparrow aeroballistic missiles, has provided crucial evidence suggesting Israel's utilization of advanced weaponry in its recent military operations. While initial reports from Iranian state media and government officials suggested no explosions occurred within Iran, the findings in Baghdad challenged these assertions, raising questions about the true extent of the attempted strike. Israeli influencers have drawn parallels between the recovered missile remnants and components of the Blue Sparrow missiles, further corroborating suspicions regarding Israel's use of ballistic missiles and drones in its military campaign. Despite the lack of official confirmation regarding the impact of the attempted strike on Iranian targets, the discovery in Baghdad adds weight to the speculation surrounding Israel's tactics. Moreover, the reluctance of Israeli officials to publicly acknowledge the operation raises concerns about the effectiveness of the strike and the potential embarrassment it may bring to the nation. Reports indicating Israeli authorities' directive to remain silent about the operation in Iraq, Iran, and Syria hint at a strategic attempt to conceal the failure of the ballistic missile deployment. In response to the developments, far-right Israeli National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir's remarks have sparked further debate, with his reference to the alleged attack as Dardaleh, slang for weak, disappointing, or poor, underscoring the perceived inadequacy of the operation. Ben-Gvir's comments, juxtaposed against the backdrop of escalating tensions between Israel and Iran, highlight the pressure facing Israeli officials to deliver a decisive response following recent hostilities. The failed attempt by Israel to strike targets in Iran not only underscores the complexities of the regional dynamics, but also raises questions about the efficacy of military interventions in an increasingly volatile geopolitical landscape. As speculation mounts and tensions continue to simmer, the discovery of missile remnants in Baghdad serves as a poignant reminder of the unpredictable nature of conflict in the Middle East and the enduring challenges facing diplomatic efforts to de-escalate tensions between rival nations. Opposition leader Yair Lapid took to social media to lambast Defense Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir for what he deemed as a severe detriment to Israel's security, reputation, and global standing. Lapid's criticism centered on Ben-Gvir's tweet, which he described as unforgivable, suggesting that it not only ridiculed Israel, but also tarnished its image on the international stage, stretching from Tehran to Washington. Lapid asserted that any other prime minister would have swiftly removed Ben-Gvir from the cabinet in light of such actions. Additionally, Lapid pointed out the complicity of other ministers who remained silent, holding them equally accountable for what he characterized as a profound failure in both security and values. Meanwhile, member of Knesset Tali Gottlieb, representing Likud, struck a different tone in her tweet earlier in the day, expressing pride in Israel's strength and resilience. Gottlieb's message aimed to uplift the spirits of the Israeli populace, emphasizing the nation's enduring power and the importance of restoring deterrence. However, the optimism conveyed by Gottlieb's tweet was overshadowed by the apparent failure of the Israeli military operation in Palestine. Despite initial hopes for a significant strike, reports indicate a lack of substantial impact beyond the elimination of drones. The culmination of events has resulted in a sense of shame for the occupying forces, highlighting the disparity between expectations and outcomes in the ongoing conflict. Meanwhile, the spotlight has recently fallen on the Israeli Blue Sparrow aeroballistic missiles, shedding light on their capabilities and the potential ramifications of their use. As reports emerge of Israel's failed attempt to strike Iranian targets using these advanced weapons, understanding the significance of the Blue Sparrow becomes paramount. The Blue Sparrow missile system, represents a pinnacle of Israeli military technology designed to deliver precision strikes with unparalleled accuracy and efficiency. With its ability to be air-launched and maneuver mid-flight, the Blue Sparrow poses a formidable threat to adversaries, capable of evading enemy defenses and striking targets with pinpoint precision. However, the recent revelation of the Blue Sparrow's involvement in Israel's failed strike on Iran raises questions about its true effectiveness and the implications of its potential impact. Had the Blue Sparrow successfully hit Iranian targets, the consequences would have reverberated throughout the region and beyond. First and foremost, a successful strike by the Blue Sparrow would have dealt a significant blow to Iran's military infrastructure and strategic capabilities. With its ability to deliver high-explosive payloads with surgical precision, the Blue Sparrow could have crippled key Iranian facilities, including military bases, nuclear sites, and command centers, thereby disrupting Iran's ability to wage war and project power in the region. A successful strike would have sent a powerful message to Iran and the wider international community about Israel's willingness to escalate tensions and respond decisively to perceived threats. By demonstrating the potency of its military arsenal, Israel would have underscored its deterrence capabilities, dissuading potential adversaries from engaging in hostile actions and signaling its readiness to defend itself against any aggression. However, the failure of the Israeli strike highlights the inherent risks and challenges associated with military operations in the volatile Middle East. Despite the advanced technology and strategic planning behind the Blue Sparrow missiles, unforeseen factors such as enemy countermeasures, technical malfunctions, and operational limitations can undermine the success of even the most meticulously planned missions. Furthermore, the fallout from the failed strike underscores the delicate balance of power in the region and the potential for escalation amidst heightened tensions between Israel and Iran. As both nations navigate a precarious geopolitical landscape fraught with mistrust and hostility, the specter of conflict looms large, with each failed operation serving as a sobering reminder of the high stakes involved. The Israeli Blue Sparrow aeroballistic missiles represent a potent symbol of Israel's military prowess and strategic capabilities. However, the recent failed attempt to strike Iranian targets highlights an embarrassing specter that would continue to dent the image of Israeli military prowess for the next decade to come. In the related development, tensions once again flared as reports emerged of alleged Israeli airstrikes targeting a Syrian army position in the southern region of the country. Both Syria's government and a monitor, the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, were quick to point fingers at Israel, accusing it of launching missiles that struck their air defense sites, causing material damage. The Syrian Defense Ministry issued a statement condemning the attack, stating, "The Israeli enemy carried out an attack using missiles, targeting our air defense sites in the southern region." Meanwhile, the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights provided further details, claiming that the Israeli strikes specifically targeted an army radar position in the southern province of Daraa. According to Rami Abdulrahman, the head of the observatory, the radar had detected Israeli planes entering Syrian airspace, prompting the attack. Abdelrahman went on to describe the sequence of events, alleging that 6 Israeli fighter jets were spotted flying eastward over Daraa when the radar picked them up. Despite the detection, Syrian air defenses reportedly failed to respond, allowing the Israeli jets to carry out the strike. While damage was inflicted, the extent of casualties remained unclear at the time of reporting. This incident is just the latest in a series of confrontations between Israel and Syria since the onset of the civil war in Syria in 2011. Israel has frequently conducted airstrikes within Syrian territory, often targeting Iranian-backed militias or weapon shipments bound for such groups. However, the exact motivations behind this particular attack remain a subject of speculation. Ryan Ma'aruf, who oversees the Suwaida 24 anti-government news website, added to the complexity of the situation by reporting strikes on a Syrian army radar position in Suwaida province, adjacent to Daraa. While Maruf refrained from attributing the strikes to any specific party, the proximity of Sweda to both Daraa and Israel raises questions about potential connections between the incidents. Israeli and U.S. officials, speaking to foreign news outlets, reportedly confirmed Israel's responsibility for the attack. They characterized the strikes as limited in scope, with the purported intention of preventing the situation from escalating further. However, the ramifications of these actions are likely to reverberate across the region, as stakeholders assess the implications and potential responses. As tensions persist in the volatile landscape of the Middle East, incidents such as these serve as stark reminders of the fragile balance of power and the ever-present threat of escalation in a region marred by conflict and geopolitical rivalries. Thank you for joining us today. To expand our reach and amplify our message, we encourage you to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Together, let's raise awareness and strive for peace. Until next time, stay informed and engaged. Peace.